Welcome back to the channel. I got locked down here, but before we go any further, we're gonna go to the kitchen. Into the kitchen. I don't know what's in here. We're gonna find out. So before we start, okay, I've got this package sitting here, and I thought when I seen this, I thought that this could have been the package that I've been expecting from Nelkel JDM, based in South Africa, because I won a little prize, okay? And it's not that. I'm actually really touched. I still don't actually know what's in this box, but I know where it's come from. I was given, several months ago, a ton of car magazines. In fact, I shall show you, okay? Can't let me scroll. Anyway, that is a box full of magazines, So these magazines were taking up a lot of room. Nobody in our house was really using them, to be honest. I put them up on Facebook Marketplace for free. Whoever wanted to come and collect them, they were more than welcome. And a very nice gentleman came over and picked these magazines up. So, and we had a lovely conversation about cars, about builds, projects, and that kind of stuff. I got him to subscribe to the channel, so I am hoping that he's actually watching this video, because Darren, I wasn't expecting this. I really wasn't. Honestly, this has put a big smile on my face. So there's a note, a little note, and it says, "Hi Craig, thank you for the magazines. I would like you to accept these by..." My reading's terrible. "Thank you for the magazines. I would like you to accept these by a way of thanks. If they're not your cup of tea, just bin them. They're the only Skylines I have right now. Best regards, Darren C." Okay? Dude, I'm excited already, right? I'm excited already. Just because you said Skylines, you know. Shall we take a look and see what's inside this box? Go on then, let's have a look. Supercoupe does its first proper unboxing. I'm so excited. Okay, so first up we have... Oh, check it out, man. Which way am I going? Check it out. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Next we have... Oh, man. Old school classics. I don't even know which I'm going with the cameras. Back to front here, so forgive me. But... how cool are these, man? How cool are these? Oh, now this is my favourite. R30, well, I'd say that's an R31. Let me just make sure that I've got my facts right. It's an R30, okay, R30. But, that, do you know something? If I had the money, I would have one of them any day. Any day. An R34. Oh man, that's put a massive smile on my face, really has. Honestly made my day. Thank you very much, Darren. I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate it. And what we spoke about, you're more than welcome to come over, have a look at the cars. Yeah. Shout out to Darren. Thank you very much, mate. We have many mess. We're going to keep it one side. I'm going to find a place for these in the garage somewhere. I'm obviously going to keep the note with it just so that it becomes a unit, you know. So we're going to keep that to one side. The rest of the stuff, I've just got miscellaneous stuff that needs to be put into toolboxes for future projects. Some spare LED bulbs. In this bag, and I've had this bag for probably 6 or 7 months now. This is a brand new map sensor for the GTO. So I am going to stick this sensor. We've been meaning to stick this sensor in for several months. The reason why we wanted to change the map sensor was because the car, when it gets warm, it starts to hunt, so the revs go up and down constantly. I am hoping that this is going to sort it out, because the only thing that we changed, that made a change to the idle, was unplugging this. So hopefully this is going to sort it out. Mapcal, this is the maker of this sensor and ECU. It's obviously you've got to use its own brand map sensor for the ECU. So Mapcal from New Zealand, because of ordering this the beginning of COVID and we didn't know where it was going, they sent me a new harness free of charge along with the sensor because I only bought the sensor. So we're going to change that today as well. Inside here, if you've been following the story with the cars, I keep calling it a story, I don't know what to call it. We have some wheel nuts. These are 19mm wheel nuts. So hopefully now we can get those GTR-D wheels onto the car. And speaking of which, because these are all matching bloody wheel nuts and the wheel nuts on the GTO aren't matching, we're just going to leave these wheel nuts on the car. But hopefully with these wheel nuts, those wheels, we can at least see what they're going to look like on the GTO. Do you remember we did a video on these wheels, trying to fit them onto that car? The wheel nuts did not fit through the holes of those wheels. Well, we have some new wheel nuts and we're going to try those wheels onto that car. Yeah? Let's do it. Put a brick, otherwise we can't get the jack underneath the car. And it's a bit that I always worry about, putting a jack underneath the sill of a car, especially a car of this age. Super bright outside, so light's a bit harsh. But are you ready for this? Are you ready for the reveal of these wheels? The backs are very, very wide. They're 12J, 18s by 12s. Offset on them, I believe, is 20. No? Yes, I believe the offset on them is 20 or 0. I can't remember. It's one of the two. It's either 20 or 0. Annabelle's already said that she's completely in love with this setup. Completely in love with the purple, so the purple theme with the white GTO is definitely going to stay. Just to give you an idea how much poke there is. The fronts aren't too bad. Well, by my standards anyway. That is a bit aggressive. That is a bit aggressive. So that's literally bolted to the hub. There's no spaces, nothing else. That is just literally bolted to the hub. And these little piddly things, these are 17s by 8.5, I think, or 8, can't remember. So on there now is 18 by 10s, offset of 12, I think. 12, I think. And then on there is 18 by 12s. So we were discussing, Annabelle and I were discussing the future of what she wants to change on this car. So trying to not to say so too much. With these, the white GTR-Ds, namely these wheels, they're quite aggressive, being 12J. They're quite a big wheel. So in order to get them underneath the arch, we're going to have to do quite a lot of work to the body. So we were discussing different options and I started putting the back wheel back on, the original back wheel, which is that wheel there. And I suggested that maybe taking a GTR-D front wheel and putting her rear wheels onto the front because they've got a little bit more dish, if you can see there. So that's the rear wheel. That's different offset. They're the same width as what's on the front, but just a different offset, giving you that extra bit of lip. Potentially getting them refurbed in the same color as the purple wheels, GTR-Ds in the front, and then putting them on the front and running them on the back. Potentially an idea. And if that pulls off, because it probably will be the cheaper option of doing everything, maybe we swap these because they're a bit aggressive. Why don't you help me out? Leave a comment below and you tell me what you would do with the wheels. Swap them and run them on the back, and them on the front? Or do we have a full set of them on the car? What's your idea? Three-litre twin turbo. As I've mentioned before, it's all custom. The whole intake, that's custom made. Somewhere down here is the sensor in question. That's it there. So I'm going to pull this pipe out, this filter. I never thought it'd actually show you the difference in the sensors themselves. So hopefully you can see the inside. There's loads of little holes in the actual sensor. And this is the one that was brought out. You see it's only got one hole. So you can kind of get a difference between the versions one. So this is the older version to what we've just put in. Hopefully this was just a bit gummed up. It does look a bit dirty inside there. Maybe, hopefully. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Nice quick job. Time to plug the sensor in and then we'll fire it up. Leave her running for a bit, move her off the bricks. Just trying to get her to warm up. She's sitting at about 1500 RPM. That's usually where she is when she's cold. I don't know if it was any better, to be honest. I think it was running a little bit worse. So Annabelle came out and said that it doesn't sound right. So at a later date, I am going to probably put the old sensor back in. We haven't driven it, so maybe we should drive it first. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, like, share, comment, those kind of things. And most importantly, like, subscribe. You know, if you want to follow the story of my life with headache cars, then please, yeah, probably subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Again, a shout out to Darren. Thank you very much for the matchbox. Shout out to Darren. Thank you very much for the Hot Wheels cars. I really appreciate it, and you made my day. But from me, GTO, until next time.